It's a beautiful day here on deck aboard the Costa Mediterranea, and right now I want to tell you about this incredible 11-night itinerary to the Caribbean. Barry here with Cruising Authority at cruisetalkshow.com, and I'm here with Raul. Now, Raul is a lifesaver. He has a company called Airport Shuttle. Now, listen to me very carefully. If you're booking your own cruise and you're not using the cruise line's airfare, you're going to need transfers from the airport to the ship and back. Raul is the man. Raul, tell us about Airport Shuttle.
Well, I've been in business for 12 years, and we've never missed a pickup in 12 years. We have an excellent company that provides transportation from Fort Lauderdale Airport as well as Miami Airport to all the cruise lines here at Port Everglades and Port of Miami all year round.
And you have great cars, too. You have like these fancy Mercedes cars.
Yes, we have a fleet of black Mercedes-Benz Sprinter vans. We never really sell out. We have enough fleet to go around for everyone.
Now, Raul, tell us how they can get a hold of you, your 800 number, and your web address.
Sure, it's 1-800-507-2702. The website for cruise line transfers is cruiselinesshuttle.com.
Thanks, Raul. Make sure that you mention Cruising Authority sent you when you call Airport Shuttle. Until then, I want to say smooth seas. This cruise aboard the Costa Mediterranea had a very unique itinerary to the Caribbean, which included Nassau in the Bahamas, which is a popular stop on many cruises. We also visited a port I have never been to, which was Samana in the Dominican Republic. I enjoyed exploring the bridges and islands in Samana. The town was painted in bright colors, and there was a fancy resort on a hill. I also watched some brave boys jump off a bridge into the water. Barry here, we're in Samana, the Dominican Republic, and I'm just looking around, kind of walking around town. It's a quaint little village here, some really nice people. I'm going to make my way over to this bridge. There's an amazing bridge. It's just really intriguing to me. And then on the top of the hill looks like a big resort, so let's check it out. Our next port was Tortola, another place I had never been in all of my cruises to the Caribbean. I found Tortola to be a very clean port, and the people were very friendly. After a wonderful time exploring Tortola, the Costa Mediterranea headed to Antigua, yet another port that was new to me. We docked in Antigua, and my brother and I decided to walk into town, which was a good 2 miles or so. While exploring Antigua, we visited an old church building that was slowly being restored. We also noticed that many of the locals lived in pretty rough and small houses. My brother and I stopped in town for some refreshments before heading back to the ship. Barry here with Cruising Authority at cruisetalkshow.com. We're cruising aboard the Costa Mediterranea. We're in Antigua today. And I often like to get close to the ship like this and slap the hull of the ship. Here's the sound. That's the hull of the Costa Mediterranea. A favorite port of mine is St. Martin because there seems to always be a lot of cruise ships docked there at the same time. A popular place for tourists to visit is a beach right at the end of a runway where big jets fly right over the top of the beach. Another port that was new to me was Guadalupe, which is a French port. My brother and I explored this town and saw a billionaire's yacht docked nearby. The town was laid out a lot like Paris. I had fun seeing all the different brands of cars we don't usually see in the U.S. One tip I'd like to give you is to make sure you use the restroom before embarking into Guadalupe, because bathrooms are very difficult to find and most shops won't let you use their bathroom. Finally, we visited Freeport, which is often visited by cruise ships and is not too far from the coast of Florida. I stayed near the ship this time, but enjoyed going ashore and checking out the shops. I'm here with Doug Parker with Cruise Radio. Hey, Doug, it's great to be on this cruise again with you.
Dude, it's great to be with you too, man.
We cruise a lot together. It seems like we're always on the ship together.
Yeah, we did, Quantum of the Seas last month, Ruby Princess this year, yep. Holland Americas, Oosterdam in Alaska. Yeah, good time.
We're cruising a lot. We're becoming good friends, actually, even though we're kind of colleagues.
Yeah. No, we're not, but yeah.
We're not. Don't they call you the king of travel media?
Self-proclaimed, but yeah.
Self-proclaimed. You know what mine is?
Tell me.
The Commodore of cruise media.
Oh boy, you're ridiculous. So we're on the Costa Mediterranea. We're on the first cruise here in the Caribbean that Costa Mediterranea is doing. It's here until March or April of 2015. We're on day number 2. We hit Nassau yesterday. It was a good time. What'd you think?
I loved it. It was great. I've got my brother on board, and we explored Atlantis, and we had a good time. So
it's a little different because we're used to the mass market lines like Carnival, Royal Caribbean, Norwegian, Princess, Holland America. So we're on a Costa ship, and it's a European feel to it, but for me, I'm going to adjust, but it's going to take some adjusting.
Well, and this is a mass market ship too.
It is, yeah. For over in Europe, it is. But
in Europe, they're huge. Costa is huge, but here, not so much.
No, not at all.
But that's why they sent this ship over, because they want to expand this market.
And that's why they put you on this ship, so they can kind of broaden the reach and see, so your listeners can learn about Costa.
Exactly, that's true. Hey, Doug, thanks for being on Cruising Authority.
Always a pleasure, man.
One of the best things to take back from your cruise vacation is rest and relaxation. Imagine being in your stateroom, you're in a comfortable bed, you get up and you look out your veranda and you see the sea going by, you might see a sunset. It's so relaxing. Well, you know something? You can take that relaxation home with you now with the Reverie sleep system. They have DreamCell technology that gives you the best possible rest, relaxation, and sleep that you can possibly get from a bed. Check this out.
Want a great night's sleep? Before you commit to memory foam or become just another number, take a look at this. The Dream Sleep System from Reverie. There's nothing else like it.
It is the best bed. I mean, we just can't say it enough.
The Reverie Dream Sleep System combines our one-of-a-kind mattress with our award-winning adjustable foundation to provide a deep, rejuvenating sleep every night. To learn more, call now for a free information kit or speak with one of our sleep specialists. The Reverie difference begins with our DreamCell foam springs. 4 different firmness levels and over 200 flexible support points ensure total relaxation. We all sleep differently, even in the same bed. That's why both sides are custom designed to provide personalized comfort.
She can have her type, and I can have my type. We're different, when it comes to, our sleep habits.
Then there's the Reverie Foundation. Move it up, move it down. Your favorite resting position is just a touch away.
My favorite position, hands down, is zero gravity, and I find that I go to that every time.
And if in the future you have an injury, a pregnancy, or simply change the way you sleep, you can easily rearrange the DreamCell foam springs. So don't adjust to the bed. Get the bed that adjusts to you. To see how a Dream Sleep System can improve your life, try it for 101 nights. If you don't love it, we'll pick it up and refund you 100%. A new bed is a big decision. So before choosing a Tempur-Pedic or Sleep Number, you really should sleep on it. Better yet, sleep on a Reverie.
You're just ready to go if you have a good night's sleep.
When he's happy, I'm happy.
Call now for a free information kit or to speak to one of our sleep specialists. Reverie. Sleep well tonight, live better tomorrow.
Before I wrap up this video, I want to show you a few closing observations. First, the Costa Mediterranea had a great crew on board. This is the chief engineer who takes care of the engines. This was in the engine control room, and as you can see, it's very technical. This ship uses 2 podded propulsion units. This young lady works with the Steiners on board, and she cut my hair and did a fantastic job. There was always activity around the ship, as you can see from these kids playing ping pong and foosball. The shows were wonderful and very talented singers and dancers. And check out this couple. I was able to capture them rehearsing in the main show lounge. My brother and I had a great cruise together, and it was fun to hang out with Doug Parker with Cruise Radio again. Be sure to check with your cruise travel agency to find out when Costa has ships deployed in the Caribbean. Costa is a great option if you want to experience cruising Italian style and visit unique ports. Thanks for joining me by watching this video. Be sure to tune in to our weekly podcast at www.cruisetalkshow.com. And until next time, I want to wish you smooth seas.